everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Both defenses will have to be on the watch for a pair of tight ends looking to find.
All right, thank you, Larry. We are across the Cumberland River. Downtown Nashville at Nissan Stadium in Tennessee. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Seattle Seahawks and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes Seattle taking the in the playoffs where their season ended. He was under heavy pressure all game. Did throw two.
What we saw was a microcosm of the 2016 season where things had shifted to where the Seattle offense was running through Russell Wilson. He was the fulcrum of the whole thing, but they really need to get their running game going again. They have to keep retooling the offensive line and run it as tailback-centric and then let Russell work off of that.
And his first look is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jermaine Kearse, and it's second down. The starters for the Seahawks of Seattle on the offensive side. Charles, they could use a big game from Thomas Rawls.
And they really loved what they got out of him last year because an undrafted player is not supposed to give you nearly 6 yards a carry in production, and that's exactly what he did. They need a big game out of him, and they expect it.
Second and 10 now, Wilson. And that's incomplete. He was looking for Thomas Rawls there. And that takes us from second to third down. And defensively, the starting 11 for Pittsburgh and this crew, they made the defenses of yore in the Steel City very proud in the divisional round of the playoffs, did they not?
Ever since they reinserted James Harrison back into the lineup as a starter, they are undefeated in 2016. And he's 38 years old, but I don't think anyone takes care of his body any better than James Harrison and then produces on the field. And on the opposite side, how about the youngster Bud Dupree, another outside linebacker, has really come along, and they do look like the Pittsburgh defenses of old.
False start, offense. Still third down.
Yeah, I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long. They go play fake to Michael. Now Wilson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Taking it about the 36. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return, and the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback. Now a play fake here on first down. They'll roll him out right. And some room to work. 15 yards there on the scramble and a first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Fresh set of downs here. They'll set up to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 16 yards to the 16 and a first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his. Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Again, he'll drop to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a first and goal.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. First and goal here from the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal. And when this offense is clicking on all cylinders, the running back is in sync as well.
The focal point. Runs, catches, blocks, sets the tone for the offense.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
So they were stopped trying to run the ball on first down. Now they take a sack on second down. The offensive coordinator's got to find a way to flip the script on the defensive coordinator because right now the defense has the advantage.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete.
And that was a nice play. He knocked it away, but obviously you want the interception in this situation. You want to take away any chance that they have any decision to make on fourth down. But things happen so quickly in the end zone in this compressed area of the field that you're just happy to knock it away and not allow a touchdown.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on fourth and goal. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead.
Fourth and goal, and they found a way to throw it in the end zone for a touchdown.
And these defenses, they just like 3 downs, get off the field. But here they had to go 4, couldn't get it done.
A lot of the time, you're looking up and saying, okay, if I hold them for 3, at worst, I give up a field goal attempt. When they go for it, sometimes it really affects the defense because maybe they're not mentally prepared to go that fourth down.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
Overpowered team once again.
On first down, Wilson. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
Holding. Offense.
You are QB.
Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. They come up in an offset eye. On 2nd down, Rawls. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20.
Holding. Offense.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've hit the end of quarter 1. 6-0 is our score. We're back to Nashville right after this.
7 foot and 350 pounds.
The Steelers insert their nickel defense on 3rd down.
Yeah, they add a DB. 3rd and long. It's Wilson.
It looks like Nathaniel is on steroids.
It's out, fumble. And they've got it very deep in enemy territory. It's inside the 5 at the 3-yard line. 1st and goal.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys have to touch the ball and carry it. They're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Back to throw here. Flushed out right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. I'm a little credit for the defense there. They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially after starting in a tough spot defensively, but a good start there on 1st down.
That gave them a little extra confidence there, starting, as you said, in a tough spot and being able to make a play on 1st down.
The line of scrimmage is the 3 as they look to cash in on 3rd and goal.
LOL.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
Holding. Offense. The penalty is declined.
A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
He's on star routes too.
Steeler touchdown. It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And that was just an old-fashioned scramble play, 4th and goal, and he willed his team into the end zone.
And I just don't know how, on the other side of the ball, you...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. This will be caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts. Not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
Tyler Lockett now on the return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
It keeps on auto-correcting me, blah, blah, blah.
Because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, They've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Well, Charles, divisional round of the playoffs didn't disappoint. In particular, the ending of that Packers game and Cowboys, that was spectacular, was it not?
It was. It was like two heavyweights trading blow.
And he fires one that's intercepted. A great run. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
User Nathaniel.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful.
I think everyone on our team is on steroids.
Go out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him. And he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
I trucked everyone. You killed everyone.
The offense operates in the red zone. Now a play fake here on first down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah,
they didn't even end up tackling
a really nice
me.
game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Looking to throw, and he fires one incomplete. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says
No WTF with that.
He'll drop to throw. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Their big tight end from a yard out. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got...
We got 6 points anyway.
He's going to throw it. Going right side here, and that's complete. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. They've got this big lead. They said, forget 1. We want 2. Instead, they got 0.
Unbelievable they didn't even attempt it from the 15-yard line. What are they thinking? I do know this. When you fake one in this situation with that type of a lead, especially from the 15-yard line, oh, boy. I tell you what, beating them again somewhere down the line, they'll remember this. Yeah, they'll think that they were trying to clown them a little bit.
I don't know.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Let's take a quick pivot here, and I want to ask you about the Kansas City game against Pittsburgh. I certainly didn't see 6 field goals winning that. No touchdowns for the Steelers. That was an interesting affair.
It really was, and while Pittsburgh never got into the end zone, found a way to win it with 6 field goals, Kansas City did get into the end zone, but not at the times that they flat out needed to. So both of these teams were exhibiting that bend but don't break mentality on defense. And Pittsburgh, with the help of a holding call on a two-point conversion, tied the
I
ball
still
game
have
for
all of
Kansas
my
City.
F blah
Took
blah
that off
blah.
the board.
Homework left
Pittsburgh
F
able to
blah blah
escape
blah.
ahead to an AFC Championship game showdown with New England.
And you had a very good succinct quote to me. You said 6 field goals will not beat New England.
Not a chance in heck. Just 6 field goals beat New England. They've got to find a way to turn those
Lol.
into touchdowns.
This will be fielded at the 17. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And possession will change here with very little time remaining until halftime. And time now for the Seahawk defense to take their spots again on the field. And with this deficit, let's be honest, it's time for them to get a stop.
And partners, you understand very
I
well
have a
from our
bougie
time
app.
together and visiting with coaches. Defensive coordinators tend to be a little more emotional, a little more high-strung than others.
They are.
I have a feeling that speech came out about taking a stand and bowing up in this possession.
Yeah, that's where this word pride comes out, right?
In a big way.
They'll wind up losing 11 on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. And unless this
I'm
is a quick
tempted to not
incompletion,
even
this
do
is
my
likely the
homework too.
last play here of this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we are off to Orlando now to check in. And Larry apparently very brief in his report. Thanks anyway, my man, as we're already set for action. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now they'll run it on the toss. Muscles him off. He won't go down.
Illegal block in the back. Offense. Still 2nd down.
Double tight, guys. Double tight.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And they're going to speed things up here. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's 4th down. Here's Will Monday now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And they're going to fake it
I
from
got
deep in
laid
their
out
own
by
territory. And he's going to let it go deep. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. Well, not only did they try to fake it, they put the ball in the arm of their punter, and it didn't work out.
Not the quarterback.
No.
The punter.
Yeah. Risky.
It is so funny because when it works, genius. When it doesn't work, not so smart.
Not so genius.
In this case, not so genius. I do admire that he went for it. That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They stay on the ground. Rolls again. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
And this is going to be incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the on 4th down. On comes Stephen Hauschka to try and get the Seahawks 3. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
Well, that field goal block pretty much sums up the day for them, doesn't it?
Boy, it really does. What's the word we often use? Symptomatic. It's just been a sign of how this one's gone.
Give a lot of credit to the guys who got in and blocked the kick. They've had the advantage all game, and they continue to press it.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
First down.
To throw now on first down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
Oh, that's sweet.
What an effort. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there. 41 yards. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly.
It took 4 men plus a face mask to take me down.
The screen guy is, and of course the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Who just got the TD? Low.
Oh, boy, rubbing a little salt in the wound there, going for 2 up this big.
You know, there's one time when I played, Brandon, and played against a team that was just absolutely pile driving us, and they ended up going for 2 late in the game. And I asked one of the guys, why'd you do that? He said, because we wanted to win by more. That feels like that type of situation.
Wow. That could also result in a melee later, though. Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
All right, it's gear shift time. NFC Championship preview with Charles Davis. Atlanta, the surprise team. What a year they've had. Can they win another one? They are at home. Can they beat Green Bay?
They certainly can, because they have every possible weapon on offense. They can run it. They can throw it. The tight end is a factor, and their quarterback playing as well as any quarterback in the league, and Matt Ryan, possibly the MVP of 2016. But flip it over to Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers, as locked in as he is, he can beat anyone almost by himself, and the rest of the Packers feel the exact same way. I think we've got a classic on our hands.
5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played
was
into
the
their
play
hands.
by Russell Dew.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And our attention shifts here to the Seahawks defense. They're trailing on the scoreboard.
He goes for a scramble boot by football.
Then they come out here. Defensively, when you played, did you like being out there defensively to start the second half or wait to drive?
I wanted to be out there right away. Come out of the locker room, get right back into the flow of the game. Because sometimes when you sat around, you liked it when your offense gave you a long drive, but it made it a little bit tougher to get out on the field.
Well, it's the second drive here. We'll see how they respond. While time permits, we have to share the story we read about Doug Baldwin. After the loss, understandably very frustrated, said he played Madden until 3:30 in the morning to just release some of that anger because he could control all 11 guys in that game.
And that just tells you about how guys feel in playoff pressure. The idea of not going to the Super Bowl, which is all Seattle talks about. And there's Doug Baldwin staying up, playing Madden. I love what you said, though, the control of everything. Because you can't do that as a player. You can only control you and your aspect of the game. In this situation, he's controlling it all. I'll guarantee you, Seattle was winning those games.
Buck.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken.
And look at this, another fake. Gonna throw right side here, complete. It's a big play that time on the fake punt. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Hell yeah. Fake
Back
again.
now in Nashville.
Yep.
A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue, line it.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rolling to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's got some space here. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. They give him a gain of 38.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good
Can you
coverage
give me a
downfield,
shout out,
and then he
please?
slips out the back door
Holy
and
shit.
turns it into a nice gain.
And the next snap coming inside the red zone here.
Here we go. 3-19.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen?
Why am I on
The guy that is
steroids?
carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Set. Green, 39. Green.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. And credit the tackle to Cliff Averill. And now they're in the hurry-up. He'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is
But
one of our
she's
guys.
singing too.
Oh, she's at least.
She's on like the 5th tune. At
Yeah,
this point.
she left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense.
I'll be
last
right
drive,
back.
3 and out. Still
Okay.
a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. He'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Third and long, it's Wilson. He hits Jermaine Kearse. A good pick up there of 20 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important.
Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Still on his feet. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so... Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he'll advance no further, so he can't bring it back for two, but the extra point attempt is unsuccessful.
I know we can sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for two in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. They set up the screen to Rawls. And a loose football. Rawls loses it. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up third.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. Here's John Ryan now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. And to give this time to the tailback.
Holding offense.
So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. That one looks like he'll throw here. Steps away to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cliff Averill. He's the one that finally ends up corralling him. And my goodness, that is a disastrous loss. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire